Hello everyone, welcome to the Strategy Meeples YouTube channel. I'm Kapil and today we'll be looking at a spirit guide for Thunderspeaker. So Thunderspeaker is a medium complexity spirit from the base game of Spirit Island, and today we'll be going over an opening that goes for majors, and let's play a game against Sweden and we can demonstrate that opening. Okay. We have events and branch and claw enabled. So I'm going to talk about this opening and also show it in action so that you get an idea of how this opening works. Okay, so royal backing. So on land number 6. So yeah, we are going up against Sweden 6. So the main things to watch out for are towns deal extra damage, cities deal 5 damage, towns deal 3. We need to make sure that the land isn't doing 6 damage, otherwise we'll have to add an extra blight. What else? Whenever you do add a blight, you have to add a town to an adjacent land without towns or cities. And then there's some other setup changes, and basically there's no loss condition, but we need to watch out for the stage 2 escalation, which as a Dahan spirit, if we ignore, can be really brutal because it's replacing your Dahan with a town. So it's kind of like a cultural assimilation, the event card built into the stage 2 escalation. So we really need to make sure that Dahan outnumber invaders in all the lands when these stage 2 cards pop up. And yeah, that's it for the adversary. So looking at Thunderspeaker, let's flip this. So if you look at the summary of power, so Thunderspeaker is a really high offense spirit, high control, low fear, defense, and really low utility. And if you look at the play style for the spirit, it says it has a keen interest in where the Dahan are, partly because of many of its starting powers to work with them, partly because its presence can move along with them. When picking new power cards, it will often want to take good Dahan-centric powers, but it can also branch out into other areas. Okay. And you start off the game in both the lands with 2 Dahan, so that's where you start the game. Then the special rule is whenever Dahan are moved, your presence can move with them. Okay, and then Sworn to Victory. So whenever you place Blight from Ravage, for each Dahan that died during the Ravage, destroy one of your presence within range 1. So again, this kind of ties into the fact that you really need to protect Dahan. Even though you're a Dahan spirit, you can still lose Dahan to events or just bad planning. So spirit like Hearth Vigil doesn't have this disadvantage because they start the game with additional Dahan, so that's something that Thunderspeaker doesn't enjoy. So you really need to be careful about your Dahan placement on the board and how you maneuver them from turn to turn. You're looking at the power cards for Thunderspeaker. So you have a 0 cost, 1 cost, 2 cost, and 3 cost. 2 of them are slow, 2 of them are fast, 1 is a defense. Then we have Sudden Ambush, which can offer high utility. It's saying you may gather a Dahan and then each Dahan destroys an explorer. So it can basically stop a land from building if you snipe the land that just exploded. Voice of Thunder is kind of like our bread and butter. It's pushing for Dahan, and late game it can also be used for fear. Manifestation is the reason that Thunderspeaker is so powerful and is so popular in many large team games, because it's basically 1 fear and then you target a land with Dahan, range 0. Each Dahan deals damage equal to the number of presence in the target land. So essentially, if you have 4 Dahan and 4 presence, you'll be doing 16 damage in that land. That is insane. And that's why this is one of the main cards that makes Thunderspeaker a really strong offensive spirit. But we don't always need to rely on this card, and that is what I'm going to talk about in the opening for today, in which we are going to be leaning towards majors. So let's quickly just go through our growth options. So our G1 is reclaim, gain a power, gain a power. G2 is add a presence to a land with the Han. Add a presence to a land with the Han. Ranges are 2 and 1. And then finally G3 is add a presence and then gain +4 energy. So our G2 is pretty good, like it'll help us scale faster on our tracks and come online a lot quicker. However, G3 is giving us like that +4 energy just from growth itself, and that is enough to play most of the majors in the game. And we can easily forget a card like Sudden Ambush to go for that major, and that's what we are going to plan for in today's opening. Okay, so let's look at the board. So mountains explode. So we can defend land number 3 with words of warning next turn, so I'm not going to worry about it. Land number 7 is a problem because it's going to build a city and we don't have an answer for that. So with that in mind, let's do a manifestation of power and glory opening, which is G3. I'm going to go with 2 card plays here and I'm going to put that presence in land number 5. Let's play manifestation of power and glory and then we'll play voice of thunder. The whole point of this opening is we are going to push the Han and the presence from 5 to 7. Destroy the city and explorer with manifestation, and then we also get a right innate. That will help us destroy this town and completely wipe out that land. Okay, so build happens. Let's see what the next explorer is. So it's wetlands, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and execute our plan. So we will voice of thunder, pushing these Dahan in for fighting in this land number 7. Let's do a manifestation there. Then we'll also use the right innate, which is called Lead the Furious Assault, to destroy a town per 2 Dahan in that land. Okay. So what do we want to do now? So we have multiple options. We can either do G2. G2 is like the most logical sense, right? Like we have enough energy to pay for both of these cards, so why not just G2 over here? And we could go like top bottom, or we could go bottom bottom and unlock 3 card plays. But I think we need to go for the energy for this opening, because since we are trying to go for majors, we need that energy reserve to be able to play those majors. So with that in mind, I am going to go ahead and do a G3 again, and I'm actually going to go bottom again this time. Question is, where do we want to place our presence? So I want to sudden ambush land number 5. Land number 8 is a problem, and I don't think we have an answer for that yet. We are hoping for a major to deal with that land. So let's just place a presence in land number 6 for now. And play words of warning and sudden ambush. Okay. Words of warning, we will defend our mountains, and sudden ambush, we will gather this Dahan from the coast, clearing out that land. Okay. Okay. Well, where do we want to push the beast? I guess I'm gonna push it to land number 7. Just bring it a little more inland from an inland land. Okay. Well, ravage is happening in the mountains, so might as well get this guy killed in the ravage. Okay, it's a wetland ravage, and then coastal lands are building. And then we have this gather up to 1 Dahan per air we have, and then push up to 1 per sun you have. Okay. So next turn I'm going to reclaim the manifestation and voice of thunder. Actually, maybe I should gather it over there. Nah. I should probably still gather here, I think. I'm actually not going to push anything because we only have 1 sun, so we can only push 1 of these Dahan. And I really want to dodge the Sweden escalation. Okay, so this is it. So let's go for a reclaim on turn 3. So again, like I said, this is a major style opening for Thunderspeaker, so we are looking for some high impact majors. Let's see what we get. Sweep into the sea. Twisted Flowers, Murmur, Ultimatums. That can be really strong, like remove 2 invaders at terror level 2 or higher. Add a Strife, yeah, that's doing a lot. The problem is all of these are slow, and I was kind of looking for a fast major to get an answer, but we didn't get it. So the most on element for us would be Death Falls, I believe, because it's giving us, I guess, both of these pretty on element. It'll be really hard to threshold Cleansing Floods because it needs 4 water and we have 0 water in our starting cards. Same thing with Sweep into the Sea, like we still would need to draft another water card. I think I'm leaning towards both of these. Maybe Death Falls a little more, just because we have like 3 potential lands that we could target with it. The problem is the 3 plant is going to be hard to hit. It's really rewarding if we can hit it though. Okay, and then Twisted Murmurs is like a fear burst. I think I'm just gonna go for this. Now here's the thing, we don't really need... What if we just played Sudden Ambush and... Yeah, we need an answer for this land, right? You know what, yeah, I'm just gonna forget Sudden Ambush here. Let's go for another. So I don't really like this major a lot because I'm taking like what? We're going Blighted. So I'm going to risk it and go for another major here. And we get Vigor, which is a pretty solid card for us. We also get Endom, which will solve land number 8. So both these cards win the game easily. Vigor is more of the offensive style play and Endom is more of like the defense. But it'll help us scale at a faster rate and we can still rely on like manifestation to do a ton of damage. So just for the reason that we don't go Blighted, I'm leaning towards playing Vigor is so strong though. Vigor basically means that we can clear out this land number 3 next turn, push to the Dahan to 2, clear that out. We do go Blighted, but I think it's worth it. And we can defend land number 1. Whereas Endom is just saying, okay, you know what, just ignore this land for now. You can still grow, but you totally get to ignore that land. So what is this? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go blighted. We'll just go with vigor. We'll see the strength of that card. Let's forget this guy. We have these two cards that we can play next turn. So I'm going to play Voice of Thunder and Manifestation this turn, and next turn I can play both these cards. I guess we cannot play this, right? Can I play these three? 6 plus 1, 7. 6 plus 1, 7. Yeah, I think I can. You know what? Let's not go blighted. Yeah, vigor will work, but let's try it with Endorm just so we don't go blighted. Let's play Endorm this turn, and Endorm is basically saying that we put a presence in 8. Okay, I'm going back again. Let's do it with vigor. Question is, do we want to play it now? I don't think we do. What if we did something like this? We kill everything in 3. Yeah, and we are only at 2 card plays, so we cannot threshold vigor. What if we just played Manifestation and do it in land number 3? We're only doing like 2 damage though. I think that's enough. These 3 should clear out both of these lands, and then 1 we can defend. So, okay. Let's do it like this. Okay, each city does +2 damage, okay, on each board. Add a disease. Ignore disease during builds. Let's just do it in 8. Let's escalate over there. Destroy 1 presence and remove a town. Sure. Let us destroy this presence. And let us remove this town on 6, I guess. Let's do Voice of Thunder, pushing these Dahan into land number 1. Actually, so 4 is 3 plus 1, 4. So we still need to defend that land. So maybe we just push these Dahan like this. So now we can gain some energy. Let's put our presence in. Trying to think. Land number 6 will be a problem, right? Let's put our presence in 2. Let's play these 3 cards. So you can already kind of see like the strength of this opening. Like we are at we still have 3 energy left, and we played like 2-3 energy cards, and vigor is just going to do a lot of work for us. So 2 damage per Dahan. So that wipes out this land. Then we can push the Dahan. So I'm going to push everything in 2, moving our presence along with it. That completely wipes out this land number 2 as well. And we have Words of Warning. Unfortunately, we don't have the air. Otherwise, I would have been able to No, I need 4 here. So yeah, I would not have been able to maneuver the Han into land number 1 in time. Yeah, the downside is we are not able to defend this land number 1, which is fine. Just do it there. Okay, aided by water. I do not think we have any water. Oh, we are really getting close to going blighted over here. Cannot do it in 6, let's do it in 2. Click on a land to add a town to it, okay. So we have 2 here, so 1, 2, 3, so 4. Let's do it here. So even though we are down to like 1 blight, I think a lot of the decisions that I made were calculated and we should be good. So we can use our left innate to gather these 2 Dahan there, gathering our presence along with it. Don't want to push, let's do manifestation. I guess we didn't need to do this. Okay, let me see. Everything has -1 health, right? So 4, so that is 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is our right innate is didn't do anything, but that's fine. That is fine. Okay, let's reclaim. Let us go for a minor now. So we already have gotten the major that's going to win us the game. So all we need to do is basically try to play it as many times as we can. And the card that we need to do that is Gift of Constancy. It gives us energy and it lets us reclaim a card. Teeming Rivers is interesting because it does give us the sun and animal that we need to threshold vigor, and it is removing blight too if needed from mountains and wetlands. But I think in this case our Dahan are pretty well positioned, so I'm just going to focus on well, it would be nice to get some Dahan out. I mean some blight removed. Let's see. Yeah, I think Gift of Constancy is just too good here. It's 3. Yeah, I still need an animal card though then. This and this. Actually, let's try to make it work with Teeming Rivers. Let's go for Teeming Rivers. Let's get that blight removal just in case we need it. I'll go for another minor here. Any of these are good cards. Sky Stretches is insane on Thunderspeaker because it makes manifestation fast. We also got Call to Bloodshed, which is like a perfect element card for playing along with Vigor. So maybe we just do that. We can play Call to Bloodshed, we can play Vigor, and we can play Voice of Thunder. That should threshold Vigor. So the plan is we can push these Dahan into 1, clearing that out. Sure. It's building in the mountains, and then let's clear out land number 1 because it has a blight. Okay, I'll keep the presence with the Dahan. Okay. What is it? What stage is it? Stage 2? Okay, we get to add a Dahan to a mountain or sands with Dahan. So let's add it here. Into a coastal land, defend to an all coastal lands. Okay. From an inland land, removes one explorer or town. Okay. Just remove this. Jungle, so that's great. So let's try to get land number 4 cleared out. Fortification. After advancing invader cards, perform a build for 1 terrain. Okay. Where do we want to build? Yes, we could build in the sands. I don't think anything is going to happen. Yeah. Okay, so we have a lot of options here. I think, do we just win by reclaiming? 3 plus 1, 4. Yeah, land number 4 is a problem. Trying to see the quickest way to win here. I guess we can just do this. So we have 3 sun and we have 1 air. Okay. So I guess we don't have that much gather potential. So I'm not going to use this then. Yeah, we'll just let it be. And then 1 we can always defend, and then 4 we can vigor in that land. Or we could manifestation into that land too. Yeah, that's fine. Let's place a presence from bottom. Let's go to land number 2. If we get bigger, we just need to clear out land number 4. That's the problem. Can we threshold it? Oh, we have 5 energy, so I think we can. And I think that should be enough to win the game. So yeah, that is it. GG. So yeah, just to quickly recap the opening that we followed for this game. So on turn 1 we went G3, we played a manifestation, and what is the other card? The Voice of Thunder, the Dahan movement. And turn 2 we went for G3 again, and we played the remaining 2 cards. On turn 3 we went for a major. The first major that we got didn't really work out for us, so we also grabbed a second major and replaced the one we grabbed on the previous draw, and we got Vigor. We also got Indom, that's also a pretty good card and can totally work in this case. but we made it work with vigor, and yeah, that was game. So this was like a major style opening for Thunderspeaker. I'll record another video in which I talk about like a minor build, and in that particular build we'll probably end up doing G2 more than G3, just because you don't need a lot of energy for playing minor cards. But yeah, really fun game. Hope you all enjoyed this video and that opening made sense. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.